Get ready for trending news and entertainment. This is Daily Flash with your hosts, Andrea Jackson and Mitch English. The fun starts right now. This is Daily Flash.
Hey everyone, I'm Andrea Jackson.
I'm Mitch English, and we want to welcome you to Daily Flash.
Yes.
Today's trend.
Yay!
Talk. So glad to have you along. You are a big part of the show, the person to make sure that we hear from. That is James Alexander. He's in the flashback room here. What's going on, James?
Man, I am having fun back here. I can't tell you what I'm doing because HR, but I do have a great question of the day for you.
Turn off the red
I have
light.
a great question today for you. Are you ready for it?
Yes.
Here we go. What's one movie or show you wish you could watch again for the first time?
I know this.
Hey, and for all the comments, I want everybody who's watching, go to our social channels and give us the comments. Matt, hey, tell them what else they can do.
They can head to dailyflashshow.com, send us an email, flash@dailyflashshow.com. Let us know your favorite show that you wish you could rewatch or movie the first time on our socials. Like, subscribe, reshare, do all that fun stuff. Mine, Mitch, you're going to love this, Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad, yeah.
I wish I could
That's a good-
rewatch
yeah.
that all over and not know what's happening.
Well, you know what's so great about that is Vince Gilligan had so many Easter eggs in that show that if you go, it's set up for you to go back. Things down to the carpet, the clothes that they wear
Yeah.
from season 1 to season
Yes.
8. It was all purposefully done. And yeah, it's great. And there's
Yeah.
one season that the titles of every episode spells out a long sentence.
Oh, you mentioned
Yeah,
that.
it was the one where the plane crashed, and
Yes.
it was what the pilot said when he was going down. It was really cool. I thought that was neat.
Breaking Bad, I would add that to, and that was, and Better Call Saul,
Better
which
Call
are kind
Saul's
of
great, yeah.
two in one. But movie-wise, North by Northwest by Alfred Hitchcock. That is one movie, when
Oh,
I saw it
wow.
the first time, I was blown away. And it's one of those movies I can continue to watch over and over, but the first time you see it, it's just incredible.
And you imagine like back in the day when that was,
Yeah.
he changed filmmaking first
Oh,
off.
absolutely.
But seeing it in a movie in theater, how much bigger it would have been as well. Because now we see it on TV and it's cool,
Yeah.
that sort of thing. But to see it when it first comes out would
But
be
that
really
classic scene of Cary Grant running and the plane is
Flying
following
over.
him and he falls. I mean, it's just, at that point, you'd never seen anything like it. Yeah. It was
cool.
really
Iconic
cool.
movie for
Yeah.
sure. I remember when Billy Crystal made fun of it when he was hosting the
yes.
Oscars one year. Mine would be, because I love the movie, you already know, Weird Science.
Yep.
I would watch that movie. I'm telling you, if it was on right now,
good.
I would get up and walk
What's
over.
weird
to
is
the
you have Weird Science up as a poster in your office, and I have Private Parts by
Private
Howard Stern
Parts,
up in my office.
Both movies, which I would stop. How Private Parts is that what I?
Yeah.
Because you relive maybe
Yeah.
what was going on in your life at that time. I think it
For
kind of
sure.
nostalgia.
A recent restaurant review has gone viral, but for all the wrong reasons. A woman blasted an eatery with a bad review after finding a leaf in her baked beans and ended her post with a vomit emoji. Now, she said she loved the restaurant's brisket, enjoyed that, but she didn't understand why there was a leaf in there. So the restaurant responded with kind of a quirky, funny response. They say, I'm guessing you've never seen bay leaves in your food before. If you see them in the future, you can rest assured that it's a sign that someone spent time and effort cooking your food from scratch.
Amen.
The post has since garnered more than 2,000 comments and 76,000 upvotes for the restaurant. One expert added his 2 cents. People like brands that don't take themselves too seriously, but still handle feedback with care. Don't brush it off, or worse, delete and ignore it. So the way this restaurant handled the bad review, in his opinion, was spot on.
You know who the king is? Or the queen, I guess it would be. A queen of doing that is Wendy's restaurant
Yes.
on their social
Their
media.
social media feeds are on fire.
Has nothing to do with food.
No.
Has nothing to do with anything going on. They go after McDonald's.
they don't care.
They troll.
To the jugular, and it's fun. And people like, okay, I want to see what they're. Can you believe they do it?
Yes.
It's really neat. Back to the bay leaf thing.
Yeah.
So I was, I didn't know about the story, and as you said it, and I go, well, you put bay leaves in.
Yeah.
So I always put a bay leaf in our spaghetti sauce, me and my kids. So. And if you got, when you got, the sauce, if you got the leaf, you didn't have to do dishes. So they like the leaf
love that.
to the point where they're like, can you put more bay leaves in there? It's really good,
I
Dad.
always find one in my Chipotle bowl.
Really?
Yeah, because I know they're making it fresh. Like I see them back there whipping everything up, but I found one in it yesterday.
It must be maybe in the beans, because that's where
I
she
get
found her bay leaf. So
wherever
maybe,
it's coming from. I'm always like, where'd this come from? And now I know.
And again, I think it's awesome that this restaurant took response. Didn't just delete it or whatever. It had an opportunity to say, yeah, there was a leaf. Yeah, because it was homemade.
Yes.
And it had which was a great opportunity for them to be able to do that. And as humans, and as seems like American humans, we just want to find the bad in everything, no matter what.
To complain,
right?
Don't we? Any opportunity, and social media just amplifies that for people who are nonstop complainers. I mean, I think it was a pitch perfect way for the restaurant to respond. It was polite, but it was cheeky. And they were kind of to the point. We're like, look, it's fresh made food. You missed the whole point of that. But what's crazy is this bad review turned out to be golden for this restaurant because of all the thumbs up and the attention that it's gotten. So it got attention for all the right reasons.
What I like about Google's reviews, and you don't have to do just restaurants, you can do anything, is that you have to use your name.
Yes.
That's one thing about Google is you sign on and that's your name, your email or whatever. So if you come up, you got to have a separate email if you're going to say something bad about somebody, right?
Yes.
Like our separate Google profile. So I wish more places were like that, because if you're anonymous, you're just a troll. A lot of times that's the case. And I will also say, if I go and I see a review, and I always look at the good ones first, and I go, well, what do people think are bad about this?
Yeah.
And then I always look at the bad. So I never look in the middle. Is the fact that you have to keep that in mind, that these reviews are just normal people doing whatever. These are not, critics or that sort of thing. And you should keep that in mind. And this anonymity gives them what they feel is permission to just bash, because they had to wait maybe 2 minutes longer to get their meal or something.
And here's the thing, if you're not gutsy enough to put your name on a review and you're going to give somebody a bad review, then you're a coward. I'm sorry. And then I can't buy your review.
I think so. All right, so what you need to do is, okay, you can leave a comment or a review, but if you don't use your name, you're going into this pile, and people can read it, that's fine. But just know how these people didn't have the enough to be able to tell us who they were and complain.
Because sometimes some of these people will just do it out of spite, and they'll have a huge group of people complain about a restaurant just to see if they can close it down. And to me, that's evil. I mean, I don't understand that.
And back to American humans.
Yes.
I'd say American.
Humans.
we as American humans, we want to see those bad reviews.
We like a good train wreck. Yes.
That's what it is.
True.
Well, that's why I've shifted away from eBay, because I was doing stuff on there for a while. I have a lot of collectibles, my sneaker collection and everything like that. I've shifted away from there because you got a lot of people from overseas putting bad reviews with their no names on it and stuff for nothing that I had anything to do with. I've gone over to Facebook Marketplace, and that is way more honest. The people you meet up with, I've had a way better time on there.
And why? Because
they're honest, and you can see them, and then you can go to their profile.
Their profile.
They're humans.
You can see everything about them.
Honest reviews.
Love that idea. And again, that goes to what I was saying, that you have a profile on Facebook, and everybody's going to see everything where you are, and they're going to know.
And you can see how long it's been on there. They're not just from like a couple days ago.
That's a great point. Let me just mention a few of these comments.
Oh, you have more? Okay, cool.
Funny. This is my favorite. I can't believe it. Waiter, there's food in my food.
Can you believe?
These are some of the comments in response to the review. Don't serve it if you can't eat it. I remove all bay leaves from my chili. Stray bays can slip. And another person said, just the reviewer overreacted.
Yeah,
completely did.
Yeah.
With the vomit thing, like, come on.
Yeah, I know, right? Isn't that inappropriate? Question for you guys. Some people use the anonymous on Facebook, but I've always been told that, if you're commenting on Facebook and you choose to comment anonymously, that the person who's monitoring the account knows exactly who you are.
They know who you are.
So you're not really commenting anonymously on Facebook.
And that's the way it should be. 100%.
I agree.
And if again, and some people will say, well, I don't want people to know who I am. I'm going to give a bad review. Well, exactly. And you got to stand you got to stand for what you're saying, because if you're just going to hide behind, be a troll. I'm not going to buy what you're saying. I don't care if it's right or wrong. I tune it out, basically.
And to me, I always feel like, it's going to come back on you in some way, somehow. It's like bad karma, right?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe they deserved a bad review, but for you to publish it, that's only going to make you look bad.
There's people, like I said, with Facebook Marketplace, there's people that have wanted to buy some of my stuff, and I've seen what other people have said about them, and I'm like, I'm not selling this to you.
Are you talking? There you go. Now I can see you. Okay. Hi. So you're saying, yeah, we wanted to see you because you were talking bad about them. I
was
wanted
talking
to see
bad about
you.
people. Yeah.
You get what I'm doing.
Okay.
All right, stick around. We have got a show that you should never give us a bad review. This is a good review show.
Yes.
Day to day.
Yeah, wildlife photographer Jason Edwards works with National Geographic. He's joining us coming up in studio.
We're going to be talking about anxiety. It actually could be a good thing for you.
Yeah.
And then Doreen, in the Scene with Doreen, she's talking to David Zucker. You know him from the Naked
Zucker
Gun
brothers.
movies. Yes,
Yeah.
100%. Before we head to break, though, we want to set you up with today's Brain Flash question. Here it is. What is Prince Harry's official first name? What is Prince Harry's official first name? Think about that. We'll go to commercial break and have the answer, as well as Jason Edwards right around the corner. All right, let's get you an answer here for today's Brain Flash question. What is Prince Harry's official first name? Do you know what it is? You had a commercial break to think about it.
Charles?
Do you know, Jason?
Jason?
Yeah. Do you know what it is?
He's Your Royal Highness.
Your Royal Highness. You can also call him Henry. Henry, and then Hank is short for Henry too, which I never knew how they got Hank from Henry, but there you go. That's today's Brain Flash
Can you
question.
imagine ever calling Prince Harry
Hank? I don't know if I could ever do that.
How are ya? Well, welcome back, everybody. Our next guest has spent the last 3 decades traveling to more than 70 countries. He's been bit, chased, shot at, jailed, and had his finger stitched on twice.
Literally.
Yeah.
His new book out is called From Icebergs to Iguanas. It is an amazing book. He's wildlife photographer Jason Edwards, and he's now in our studios. Which
Good to see you.
we had such a great time with you when we had him on last time.
Zoom. Yes, we've had you on before.
Yes, we did it remotely, but it's so wonderful to be in studio. Thank you.
And we go, well, listen, if you're ever in Orlando, and so he took it. So you're a man of your word.
Yes.
So we appreciate that. And what a great book you have.
Yeah, thank you. And look, it was one of those things when you sit down with a glass of wine and you say to yourself, what stories meant something to me? And then I made a list. And this is the start of that journey with more to come.
I love it.
We've had you on before, talked to you via Zoom, and like Mitch mentioned, it's so nice because normally we extend that invitation. We never see people in studio, so the fact that you've showed up is fantastic. It's great.
It's only a short swim from Australia, so
Yeah.
you know what are you gonna do?
Right. What would you say is the most dangerous situation you've ever found yourself in?
Well, I mean, you'd have to narrow it down by country, but I think the reality is that when things go sideways, as we say, it's my brain functions really well in those scenarios, and I become quite calm. And my wife, Megan, would say that I'm fantastic in a zombie apocalypse and terrible in everyday life. but I literally, just before I came to Florida, I was doing underwater work in Palau, in Oceania, and we were doing Japanese World War II wrecks and all of these things, really deep diving. Wow. But above us, Super Typhoon Magasa was destroying the Philippines and all of these areas. So in those situations, you know, you really need to have your game face on because you're deep, the calculations are quite complex, and then you're coming up and there's a typhoon going on above you. So it was an interesting week in the office.
Yeah. And to tell the story is so cool about that.
Yeah.
You know, something I've noticed about photographers, and I'm sure you can know this with your partner, is the fact that they see the world different ways. You know, because they look in a frame and they really do have a different view on the world. Now, everything that's happening, you've traveled the world. Do you see the world differently because of what you do? Do you feel? I mean, I know it's hard to say because you're doing it, but do you think maybe differently?
I think I do because I see the minutiae. I see all the little things.
Yeah. Right.
And I can't turn that off. So if I'm sitting here, I'm seeing frames I'm composing
I
you.
know exactly what you're talking about, yeah.
So when I travel, people say, oh, you don't see anything because you're always looking through the lens. But it's actually the opposite because I have to see everything. So if there's something small, something large, something in the background, I'm meant to find those frames. So it's quite overwhelming, and especially when you're in 10, 20, 30 countries a year, you can imagine it's quite overwhelming sometimes.
Certainly.
I love during the commercial break we were talking to him, and Jason went to Disney yesterday for the first time ever.
First time ever.
And Mitch was like, did you go to Epcot? And he's like, I've traveled the world. Why would I want to go to Epcot? I've done the real
I do
thing.
enough eating as it is. I don't need to go to Epcot and eat my way around the world.
I love that.
Yeah.
You give great advice to new photographers, and you know, I would imagine you probably subscribe to that. There's really no bad image if it's just you can make one look really good, right?
Correct.
And you know, what do you think actually comprises a good photo? What do you need? What's the recipe?
I think where people fall down is that they don't lead people into their story. So you should think about, okay, I'm here, you're not there, you don't hear the smells, the sounds, the tastes. So how can I bring you into that story? So have your lines leading in to the point of focus of the image. Don't let them drift out to the sides. It doesn't mean that everything has to be in the middle, but make sure that there's enough interesting elements and the composition, everything has a place. So if you can lead people in with your lines and have important parts of the picture prominent, then people who are not there, they get drawn into your experience. Yeah.
I love that because in looking at your photos, I feel as though I can smell and taste and just sort of get the vibe of the entire environment just from the colors and the images in the photos.
Yeah.
You're part of something new, Stormcatcher.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, I mean, for many years I've traveled the world, decades, and helping people learn about cultures, faith, biodiversity, climate, things like that, but I don't get to do it in Australia. So I'm actually producing a property on the coast. It's 70 kilometres of ocean beach, nothing between the sand and Antarctica, for people to come, students and folks like yourself, to drink wine, sit on the beach, learn about storytelling, learn about all of the things that connect us with nature. And I've just been at the University of Pennsylvania as a distinguished visiting fellow. And so we're now working on programs that we can run down there for people in the States as well. So it's really exciting.
I love, first off, if you're the type of person, if I came across you at a party, I'd probably be with you the entire night. Can tell all kinds of stories.
We would totally corner you and never let you go.
So yeah, we'll let you know that. But I want to talk a little bit about like how photography has really kind of changed. Do you think that it will come back? Everybody has a camera now,
Yes.
which, and you give great advice on how to do that, but it seems like there are still those purists that hold on to film and old cameras. Do you think that resurgence, much like in audio, will return back?
Well, it is now. So I still shoot film on every assignment as well as digital. So the fold-out images in the book are shot on panoramic. I love film. Film's amazing. And Kodak and Fuji and everyone are manufacturing film again, which is amazing. People are buying film cameras, because I think the process of creating needs to be slowed down a little bit. But what I suggest to people in digital, whether it's phones or digital cameras, is take less. Less is more. You don't need 1,000 frames. You're really only looking for a handful that connect you with that experience. So don't worry about tapping or taking lots of images. And because people are now, I think even with AI, I think people are realizing things have gone a little bit too far.
I agree with you.
Post-production needs to be pulled back, and AI is like, it's fun, but it's not real.
We could talk to you all day for hours. We are out of time. The book is called From Icebergs to Iguana. Where can people find more information?
You can find it online at Amazon straight away, and it's ready for the market. So.
Put down your screens, pick up this book. You will be mesmerized. It's a huge book as well. Jason Evers, thank you so much for joining us. Hey, welcome back to Daily Flash. I'm Mitch English. All right. Think about it. When we think about like the word anxiety, we kind of think of it as a negative, right? But what if anxiety could actually help us? Our next guest is Elizabeth April. She has a new book out, and I love the name of it. Your Anxiety is Giving Me Anxiety, a survival guide for thriving in a high-stress world. She joins us now from Las Vegas. Elizabeth, thank you so much, and welcome back, of course, to Daily Flash. We love having you here. Let's start off first. You're telling me anxiety is a good thing? How in the world?
Yeah, absolutely. I think we all immediately recognize anxiety as the enemy, as something to fight, as something to run away from. But what I've done is I've reframed it to be more of a messenger. It's something to actually slow down and listen to. Anxiety has so much to teach us, and I truly believe that it's our intuition. It's a messenger. It's a spidey sense. And so, yeah, it's a good thing. It's something that we need to listen to rather than run away from.
When people have aha moments, I literally just had an aha moment because it makes so much sense. If you tell me, like, I can learn something about it, it intrigues me. And you're 100% right. It's like, all right, why is this happening? Why do I have anxiety? And then what's causing it and that sort of thing. And there's triggers that are out there as well, I would assume. And we all have our different ones. But how do we actually avoid any, say, anxiety triggers?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. I actually recommend not to avoid anxiety triggers because life in general is full of them. So instead of avoiding anxiety triggers altogether, it's about how to respond to them in a different way. So if we can show up and ask really important questions, why do I feel anxious in this moment? it can lead to a lot of those aha moments and breakthroughs and a lot of information that we may be missing in our daily lives.
Oh, all right, so let's explain about that. Like, how do we react? Do you want me to give you a situation? I mean, or is there like let's say the kids are, they're not doing their homework, they're failing classes, and I haven't had dinner. How do I handle those, just as an example? Are you just saying, okay, I have to get to them? I mean, how do we handle them head on? I guess is what I'm asking specifics.
Yeah, absolutely. So when things really build up in our life, right? I mean, you haven't done the grocery shopping, the kids are complaining, you're late for work, all of the
Yeah.
things are building and mounting. It's like those alarm bells in our mind are getting louder and louder. And what happens is we distract ourselves away from those alarm bells. Some people eat a whole bag of chips or scroll on social media or binge watch TV, or do anything else that feels better than feeling anxious. So, what I suggest is we actually slow down and we feel into that moment and we sort of dissect why that alarm bell is going off in the first place in order to shut off the alarm itself. So, a lot of that actually looks like decluttering our overstimulated lives. Sometimes I recommend clean out your closet or get rid of all of the tabs on your desktop computer or go through the photos in your phone.
Yes.
But destimulating is really important when it comes to anxiety management.
You are 100% right. And people don't realize getting rid of all those things, we have emotions attached to each one, it's very lethargic. I mean, it's great to get rid of stuff, and it's weird to say that, but it does change everything. So, a lot of times we're just raised this way, anxiety being our default emotion. How do we break free from that altogether?
Yeah, I mean, it really is about reprogramming our emotional response to it. The second that we look at something as the bad guy or the enemy is the second that we want to fight or flee from it. So if we start to look at anxiety objectively as a messenger, I even like to call my anxiety my best friend. It is something, it's a mechanism within us that's trying to give us information.
Yeah.
And when we can reprogram that default response, then we're not in this constant fight or flight, and we can actually work with it rather than against it.
Yeah, meaning, my takeaway as you say that is like, be aware of it. You need to be aware of it because your body probably, like your blood pressure's rising and that sort of thing, and it could obviously lead to things like depression. But so be aware of it. But do you, on the same token, do you want it to come towards you? Do you know what I'm saying? Do we want to have anxiety? Is there a fine line between wanting in it and dealing with it?
Yeah, it definitely is a fine line. And I truly believe that when we stop and slow down and listen to it, we actually minimize it and get rid of it altogether, right?
Yeah.
Once again, anxiety is just an alarm bell. It's a messenger. And when we're not listening to that messenger, it'll keep sounding the alarm and it'll get louder and louder and you will just become more and more anxious. So I have this really incredible technique that's totally embedded in the book. It's called the Renew technique, and it really teaches you how to recognize, neutralize, and utilize anxiety for good. And essentially, that's about reprogramming our neural pathways and reprogramming how we respond to anxiety right from the get-go.
Makes a lot of sense. Thank you so much for coming back. We appreciate it. And yeah, this is one thing we need to be in control over. And if you want to get more information, not only on Elizabeth, but also actually how to deal with anxiety, check out her book. It's called Your Anxiety Is Giving Me Anxiety, and you can find it at ElizabethApril.com. Don't worry, we'll have this link on our website along with the interview as well.
This is Daily Flash with your hosts, Andrea Jackson and Mitch English. Trending news and entertainment. This is Daily Flash.
Hi, everybody. I'm Mitch English.
I'm Andrea Jackson. This is Daily Flash. Today's trends, tomorrow's talk. Let's check in with our stations across the nation. Matt Doolittle, tell us all about it.
Yes, 219 affiliates across the country, including across the world on the Armed Forces Network. Today we are checking in with our friends at KGJT, Grand Junction, Colorado, which you know what they're mostly known for? Finding dinosaur fossils.
Yes.
That's one of the biggest areas where they found like feasible dinosaur fossils. Grand Junction, Colorado.
I know, Jackson, you Durango in that area.
Yep,
and so
my
forth.
mom
You
lives
there?
in Grand Junction.
Oh, right,
still.
okay.
Yeah,
Oh.
as a matter of fact, she still lives there. Yeah, but
Say
the
hi.
dinosaurs. Yeah, hi mom.
Hi, Mom.
But the dinosaur deal is legit. I mean, they have a huge museum, and there's people that come out there and they do special trips just to do archaeology
How
and
neat.
look for dinosaur.
Grand Junction. I've driven through there, but
Fossils.
haven't been that
Yeah.
way. All right. We all have pets, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Apparently, our pets are killing the world. They are.
Well, yours kill birds
No.
next door.
My cat does kill birds, and you know how I know is because our neighbor has an air horn, and he'll blow the air horn because he loves his birds, and my cat goes and kills them all the time.
It's like a buffet to your cat next door.
Yes, it is actually. Jake gets out there and he does it, so you'll hear it like this is what our street sounds like. King, sorry. And then Jake comes walking. I'm like, whoa. That cat, I've never seen it. He can jump in the air and catch a bird. I've seen it happen. It's crazy. Anyway, your pet's carbon paw print is doing more harm than you actually think to the
Oh,
environment.
come on.
No, but when I explain this,
Okay.
what are all of the things you buy your pets? What are they made out of?
Oh, like the toys?
Your toys and such.
Plastic, rubber.
Plastic,
foam, fur,
Yeah,
rubber.
My couch.
all kinds of stuff like
So-
that.
Mostly my couch.
People are, so the experts, they want to come out and they say in your couch, parts of your couch, right, are saying we need to switch what we're actually giving to our cats because our pets rather, because we get these things and all they do is just they destroy them, and what do? We throw them away.
Yeah.
That's what they're made for, is to be
Yeah.
destroyed. Understandable. However, the food that you give them might actually be another big reason why they're messing up
Okay.
the paw print. They're saying that you should switch to sustainable foods, things like your chicken, like your plant-based foods, as well as fish, instead of dog food, like it's all ground up and
Yeah.
that sort of thing. Toys, the grooming supplies that you have, and single-use plastics. Now, what would you use single-use plastic for with a pet? Maybe say if you had a dog, it would be
Well, it could be like your plastic bags, your doggy.
your dog bag, your
bags,
poop
yeah.
bags. Would you buy sustainable? That sustainable plastic is horrible.
It's not.
It
You're touching
dissolves.
food.
Yeah.
It sustainably dissolves.
It's not.
It's
not
not a strong.
sustainable.
So
In
they're
my
saying they're wanting you to switch to actually sustainable foods, reduce plastic toys, and maybe even have biodegradable poop bags. It's just one more thing we need to do to
Yeah.
help out Mother Earth
Wouldn't
and
that just
your
be
pet's reputation.
Wouldn't that just be no poop bag if it biodegrades? Like, wouldn't it
I
just be,
say that,
There you go.
yes.
That's a great
like-
answer. Yep.
Actually, that is better than
Yeah,
picking
just,
it
doesn't
up.
it just dissolve?
Circle
but
of life.
then you step in it, and then you've got to go
Then you're
home,
mad.
and you've either got to wash it off with some sort of cleanser,
Chemical that
or
goes into the
chemical,
ocean
or
again.
you've got to toss the shoes and buy a new pair.
Yeah,
All right.
and they end up in India, and I've seen the documentary.
So you guys are like, all right, here's the tree huggers talking about how now animals are causing a problem for the earth and the environment. Cows
Cows and
give
the
off
cats.
their
Always been the
methane.
cow thing.
I don't
Yep.
buy that.
I love cows. There's
That's
controversy
BS,
around it,
BS.
saying the methane that they have from
BS.
their farts
Dumb, so dumb.
that is messing up the
Yeah,
ozone.
and the people that are telling you that are flying around the globe in a private jet. So I'm sorry, that doesn't fly with me. Doesn't pass the smell.
It doesn't.
Yeah,
you don't want to.
you
You don't even
don't.
want to take that test, the smell test, at all. Trust us on that. All right. All right. So do what you can to help your pet, and maybe buy. Listen, your cat's going to chew up anything, like Matt
yeah,
said. Just give him a couch. You
He
know what
keeps
a couch
trying. He
is,
keeps
Matt?
trying to eat my leashes. Like my laces off my shoes. He keeps
Yeah.
eating my laces. I can't.
Well, there's your
Well,
tool.
it's fun. Yeah, it's a toy.
Take the leash off, throw it. My cat does the same thing. Anything long and stringy,
Yeah.
they go after. I don't know what it is. All right, are you doing anything? We'd love to hear about your tips at flash@dailyflashshow.com. Still, we have more Daily Flash. Doreen's going to be talking to David Zucker, one of the original Naked Guns creators. Zucker Brothers.
Jesse Eisenberg giving a part of himself away to a stranger.
Ooh.
Today on The Scene with Doreen, I get to sit down with one of American Idol's most successful alumni, multi-platinum selling artist David Archuleta. He has a new album out and a Christmas EP, and I can't wait to dig in. Check it out. Just a junior in high school, only 16, season 7 of American Idol, just immediately catapulted you to stardom, made you a household name. Hello.
It was pretty wild back then. Everyone would tune in, like get home from work or from school or whatever they had going on. And everyone was like, we have to make it home to watch American Idol.
You were part of their families. People would tune in. They fought for you. They made phone calls for you. They were crying. You affected people.
Right.
It's something that you can't explain. It's a phenomenon.
Wow, I've never even looked at it that way. The way you said it was so, they were so invested, and it was like such a mind trip to, like as a teenager, like experience all. I know, like you don't get educated on it, or you weren't really, I don't know, you're kind of in your own little world, and now you're a part of everyone's world.
There it is, American Idol finalist and platinum recording artist, David Archuleta.
The Masked Singer was so fun, actually. You're playing dress up as an adult.
Yes.
Like getting to just
Who doesn't want to do
be
that?
whatever imaginary character you want and be big and extravagant.
You can be anything you want.
Yeah. For me, Masked Singer was the first time I had like been back on national TV since I had come out of the closet.
Right.
And I had like a very big life transition from being very reserved, conservative, Mormon boy, trying to live a heterosexual life. And so I'm kind of like, how do I transition? How do I move into a new space when everyone's already used to you being a certain way and expects you to be a certain way and wants you to stay the same? So The Masked Singer was like a really freeing, liberating experience to reintroduce myself, but like little by little.
I feel now, though, that you're embracing your fun and flirty and playful self, especially with your newest album, Earthly Delights.
Thank you. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Earthly Delights has been a really fun era to live in and to let myself just feel like I'm like getting to stretch out finally. Like I feel like I lived a lot of like closed off like this. You're not really growing. And so like you step out, like open the door, step out, and you finally stretch. And it's like, oh my gosh, like I didn't know I could have all this room to just grow and
breathe.
Let myself, breathe and feel just more flexibility.
Let's spend Christmas in California.
Congratulations on your new holiday EP, My Only Wish. You know, a lot of people, when they think of Christmas, they're not thinking hot and sunny California.
I wanted my own version of Melika Likimaka.
Oh my God, I get it. I hear that.
Yeah. And I was like, how can I bring a little bit of the Latin flair into Christmas? And I'm like, I've been spending a lot more time in California. And I was visiting my friends in Laguna Beach earlier this year, and it was in January. And I was like, it is such beautiful weather. The sun is out and the water's just gorgeous and the palm trees. And I was just like, I'm going to bring people into this moment a little bit.
Visit davidarchuleta.com. Check out your new music, upcoming tour dates, pick up cool merch, by the way, and just stay connected to everything that is the wonderful David Archuleta.
Thank you so much for having me.
And if you want to hear more of our great conversation, visit here. I'm Doreen Taylor with the Scene with Doreen here at the Daily Flash each week. See you next time.
Yep, it's officially the holiday season, and if you haven't gotten a head start on your shopping list, then grab a pen and paper and get ready to take some notes. We're going to be joined right now by Bethany Braun Silva, a lifestyle expert covering all things for the modern family life. Hey there, Bethany.
Thank you so much for having me. And Old Navy is keeping it really simple this year. It is the ultimate destination for gifts for the whole family. Men, women, kids, babies, and even pets. Think super cozy sweaters, festive outfits for all of your holiday parties, warm coats, and tons of accessories like hats, gloves, scarves, and the cutest slippers for kids. And if you're shopping for a lot of people, Old Navy has you covered. Most gifts are under $50, but don't let the low prices fool you. There is plenty of style to go around and some incredible pieces that feel really luxe, like an oversized faux leather Sherpa jacket and many styles from the gorgeous new handbag collection. There truly is something for everyone, all with the classic style and joy that Old Navy is known for. And yes, Old Navy Jingle Jammies are back and bigger than ever. You can choose from classic holiday plaids or fun seasonal patterns. There are styles for the entire family to choose from, even your pet. And for the first time ever, Old Navy has brought their ongoing Disney collaboration into the Jingle Jammies. So you'll see some familiar faces like Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse, Donald Duck, Daisy Duck, Pluto, and even Lilo and Stitch. There are even designs inspired by Star Wars, but these go fast, so don't wait to shop. And if you're ready to shop, head over to oldnavy.com for the biggest selection of styles, colors, and sizes, and of course in person at your nearest Old Navy store. And if you head to a store, keep your eyes peeled for Old Navy's new beauty collection launching this month, exclusively in store only.
Bethany, thanks again for joining us, and we'll make sure we post this on our website, dailyflashshow.com/FMI.
This Veterans Day, Harvard Kennedy School honored veterans with a landmark American Service Fellowship. They fully funded 50 veterans for their 2026 master's program. Here's more.
The American Service Fellowship is the largest single scholarship program in the almost 90-year history of the Harvard Kennedy School of Government. As a school dedicated to training public servants, we felt like the best thing we could do is to bring a diverse group of people all together so that they can learn from one another in a cost-free environment and learn from our world-class faculty about how to think about the big challenges that we're facing as a country and ultimately how to solve those problems. So if you are listening to this and are an active duty military member or a member of the National Guard or a veteran, imagine yourself here. There are people here right now just like you, and there are people here from all over the country and the world who want to learn from people just like you. Our web address is ken.sc/service. Get those applications in. They're due by the 1st of December, so you got a little bit of time, but please check it out.
You know, Americans are putting more protein on their plates. Here's how to make balanced choices even when eating out.
Protein is having a moment. According to the CDC, it now makes up more than 16% of total calories in the average American diet, reflecting a growing interest in meals that keep people fuller and more energized. Registered dietitian, cookbook author, and social media influencer Steph Grasso has more.
Protein is essential for helping you feel full longer, satisfying your hunger, and providing steady energy levels throughout the day. Simple choices like lean protein, veggies, and whole grains are simple ways you can add to make a balanced plate.
Steph says building a healthier lifestyle doesn't have to be complicated, whether you are making meals at home or dining on the go.
It's nice to know that there are some options out there that make healthy eating a lot easier. And one example is Subway's Fresh Fit menu. Each sandwich is under 500 calories, has over 20 grams of protein, and one full serving of veggies.
For more information and healthy eating tips, visit Subway.com, use the Subway app, or head to your local Subway restaurant.
Black Friday and Cyber Monday are back, and the deals are bigger than ever. Tech life guru Jennifer Jolly joins us with the inside scoop on a handful of the hottest gadget steals and deals.
Thanks so much for having me. You know, smartphones are the #1 most wanted tech gift this year, and this model right here at the top of the nice list. It's Samsung's Galaxy S25 Ultra, basically an everything phone. Large 6.9-inch screen, titanium frame, built-in S Pen, and packed with Galaxy AI features that actually help with everyday life. Things like live translating a call in real time or erasing background noise from a video, plus all kinds of deals right now. $700 off with an eligible trade-in or $350 off without. Make it more affordable than ever. Check this one out. Hydro's newest Arc Rower, fabulous next-gen workout partner that brings the full body feel of real water workouts right into your home. It is super sleek, whisper quiet, and features a huge 24-inch HD screen with immersive classes. The new Hydrometrics AI tracks every stroke, corrects your form, and shows real progress over time. Most advanced rower yet, a true blend of cardio and strength, a splurge that motivates, and it is $200 off for Black Friday. I love this one. For peace of mind, I also love the Anker Solix C2000 Gen 2, the ultimate backup power gadget. It can keep your fridge running for more than a day and handle 99% of household appliances, including that ever-important CPAP. So many people can't sleep without that. Up to 2,400 watts of continuous power, enough to keep the coffee brewing too, the Wi-Fi on, the holiday lights twinkling, even when that grid goes dark. At just under $800 for the holidays, that is almost half price. Another gift that keeps on giving. CarMD Connect is a small but mighty gadget that plugs right into a port under your steering wheel and pairs with a subscription-free app on your phone. This knows when something's amiss long before you get a warning light or a weird clinking noise, translates it all into plain English, tells you what's wrong, how serious it is, and what it should cost to fix. I also love this feature. It can help keep a watchful eye on your loved ones, pinging you when your teen or your aging parents make it somewhere safely, kind of like having a calm, honest mechanic riding, well, and guardian angel too, riding shotgun along with you on your journey. This one's available starting November 22nd at Walmart and carmd.com right now for less than $100. Pro tip, when it comes to online shopping, try a refund or price tracking app. I've been reviewing one called Refundly to scan your receipts, watch for price drops, and even chase refunds for you. So many more tips and great deals on gadgets at my website, techish.com. Be sure to subscribe to our weekly newsletter and our new podcast, Techishly Jen. Back to you.
KSA Entertainment is dedicated to uplifting the communities we serve. Through KSA Cares, we're bringing awareness to the causes that matter most, supporting those who work tirelessly to make a difference. From honoring veterans to championing environmental responsibility, KSA Cares is committed to inspiring positive change. At KSA Entertainment, we're here for the stories that bring us closer. Innovate with us. We can make a difference.
John, after the last time I had the white sauce, the cream sauce everywhere in the kitchen and on the cabinets, what did I do wrong?
Well, I've always found in life that a small guard will help you from preventative and unnecessary spills and troubles. What we can do to prevent sauces from bubbling over is place a wooden spoon on the top. You can see this will not bubble over. The wooden spoon will capture the bubbles and stop it because the air is forming up, and now this will prevent it. But I always think in life as well, before you send that text back, before you say something unkind to someone, just stop, pause and think about it. Put the guard in place.
That is a great tip.
Look at that. I love it.
I'm never going to boil anything without a wooden spoon again.
Put the guard in place.
Put the guard in place. See you later.
Something good. It's a new segment here on the show. We take you to Kissimmee, Florida, where a photo of a deputy comforting a dog has gone viral. Osceola County Deputy Josh Fiorelli was passing by when he saw an injured dog on the side of the road. The female pooch was alive, but she was hurt. Josh called for help, decided to sit beside the dog and comfort her while they waited for help to arrive. Josh even used his jacket to try and keep her warm and dry as the weather had turned cold and rainy. The dog was treated for a dislocated leg after it was likely hit by a car. A guy named Carlos was walking his own dog when he snapped a photo of the deputy sitting beside the wounded pooch. Big thank you to Deputy Fiorelli for serving with care and compassion.
And you know, police officers, and how I have a special place in my heart for is my son and my uncles and you know, police officers, and that's what these kind of stories, and that's why we need to show it. This is the stuff that they do. This is something he could have, like, I called in the catcher or whatever, but he stayed and waited. And that's what we'll all do for animals. We will do that sort of thing. You kind of think, like, if I was limping on the side of the road, nobody would help me. But we do it for pets. And that's okay, right? Yeah, I'm all right with that.
You know what happened to you.
Exactly. We want to hear your Tell Me Something Good stories. Drop us an email. Maybe tell us a simple thing that somebody might have done for you that they just need recognition.
That does it for us today. Thank you so much for spending time with us. For more information, head to our website, dailyflashshow.com.
Bye-bye, y'all.